Friends, take care of your skin using Aloe Life Juice and Skin Gel. My dry, troubled skin felt better right away. It's my #1 choice for beautiful and healthy skin. Using Aloe Life, Aloe Juice, Skin Gel, and Lotion starts soothing and renewing dry skin and oily skin on contact, easing irritations on cracking skin too. Aloe Life Skin Gel is the best therapy without a prescription, feeling soft and smooth, balancing, feeling youthful. Use Aloe Life products including Skin Gel, sold nationally at your favorite natural food store and pharmacy. Online, find a store near you at aloelife.com or call Aloe Life 1-800-414-ALOE. That's 1-800-414-2563. Look and feel your best with Aloe Life.
Medical scientists worldwide are encouraging people to eat more fish. Most American diets are low in cold water fish that are abundant in important omega-3 oils. DHA and EPA are the vital components of fish oil that provide healthy benefits. Not only are they crucial for brain and vision development, they're very important for cardiovascular health. Carlson, America's leading Norwegian fish oil brand, specializes in both great-tasting soft gels that are easy to swallow and fish oil liquids that don't taste fishy. That's right, Carlson provides the most extensive line of fish oils to meet all your needs. You can take Carlson fish oils with confidence, for Carlson fish oils are tested for purity, potency, and freshness. Ask for Carlson Norwegian fish oils today. That's right, ask for Carlson Norwegian fish oils today.
Welcome to Here's to Your Health with Joshua Lane. Here's to Your Health discusses the current thinking in wellness, bringing you the most influential thinkers in beauty, fitness, and longevity. Your host, Joshua Lane, was part of the Dr. Ann Wigmore team that helped bring wheatgrass sprouts and raw foods to a worldwide audience. And now the host of Here's to Your Health, Joshua Lane.
Welcome to this edition of Here's to Your Health. I'm your host, Josh Lane. Health Unlimited. Got troubled skin? Get healthier, more beautiful skin with Aloe Life. Karen Masterson-Cook will share the latest skin statistics and the steps to take to improve digestion and detox the body with aloe, and why a therapeutic aloe like Aloe Life works better than other aloe vera products. I've learned from Aloe Life that every aloe product on the market is made differently. Most products are weak and watered down. That's not the case with Aloe Life Aloe Gold and the Aloe Life Tropical Skin Gel. It's a concentrated line that you can feel them work. Our guest, Karen Masterson-Cook, is a health educator, a clinical nutritionist, having worked one-on-one with patients for over 40 years. Karen is the author of 2 important books about wellness and nutrition. Karen Masterson-Cook is a pioneer studying gluten and inflammatory disease, including anti-aging, and Karen has worked at clinics, including the famous Livingston Medical Immunology and Allergy Clinic in San Diego, California. Karen Masterson-Cook saw disease-ridden bodies reverse disease and become healthier. This motivated Karen to continue her studies of reliable health research, including aloe vera having over 3,000 studies on aloe vera and rejuvenation. It led Karen Masterson-Cook to develop Aloe Life in 1991, the #1 most effective aloe products. Aloe Life uses certified organic leaves in every product, and that's important. I also enjoy using the Aloe Life daily, including the Aloe Life Aloe Gold Juice, the concentrate. I use an ounce daily, and I also use the Aloe Life Skin Gel formula. This truly has improved my teenage acne scars, and my acne scars improved noticeably. Karen writes about 21 other conditions in her book, Gift of Nature. The whole leaf aloe vera clinical applications are available on the Aloe Life website, or you can email info@aloelife.com. That's aloelife.com. Well, Karen Masterson Cook, welcome to the show. People who would like to improve their health and skin, you're the expert on skin issues, on aloe, and how processed food and careless habits can bring on troubled skin and early aging. Now, my question really is, why do Aloe Life products work so quickly for troubled skin?
Well, hello, and thank you, Josh. It's always great to share easy steps to prevent this pain and suffering with skin issues, failing health, and early aging, especially as we begin a new year. We all want healthier, more beautiful skin and body. And to answer your question first, Josh, of why the Aloe Gold Juice Concentrate works so quickly for skin support without the addition of anything new, friends, it's because there's over 100 actives from the plant that Aloe Life doesn't filter out, that works as a team to first target the pain, infection, and speed up the slow healing of skin. And in the gut, too. When you drink the Aloe Gold Concentrate, it can multitask, friends, supporting weak digestion, including any autoimmune inflammation, too, as with irritable bowel syndrome, and supports possible blood sugar imbalances, too, as with prediabetes or diabetes. There's actually 7 studies with a quality aloe, like Aloe Gold, reversing blood sugar back to normal. I often mention that, you know that, because diabetes actually adds to more pain and grief in the body, Josh, with more skin issues, along with food abuse and poor digestion. You know, a good example was my young 10-year-old daughter, Dawn, years ago, living with destructive autoimmune IBS in her gut. It caused her face to become so inflamed, friends, very painful, until I did a diet change, removing sugar, oatmeal, not good, and cow's milk that helped reduce her gut inflammation, IBS, and also the addition, adding the 1 ounce of Aloe Life Aloe Gold Juice Concentrate, plus applying the skin gel topically and the face and body lotion. It's so amazing. By Aloe Life, too, allowed her beautiful skin to come back. A true victory story. It's very close to my heart. And you know my story, too, being a nature lover, Josh, in California. I've had my share of sunburns, friends, leading to several skin cancers that required surgery. Very humbling. And it reinforced me how important prevention is, with the experts reporting just one bad sunburn. Even snow skiing this time of year can be a real catalyst for skin cancer in future years, 5 to 10 years later. However, for me, being preventative, adding a few skin supplements with drinking Aloe Life Aloe Gold Juice too, it's smart. And it gave me extra protection to my skin, avoiding early aging, which I don't want either. So that's why I take my own advice to eat healthier, take a few extra supplements, exercise, drink water, keep regular elimination with my morning shot of Aloe Gold Concentrate, just 1 to 2 ounces. That really helps to optimize digestion and regularity. And it increases my energy too. And it's the excellent research of human bioavailability studies supports quality aloe, like Aloe Gold, to increase absorption of the healthy skin vitamins, and it increases absorption up to 300% of A and D and C and E, critical for all skin types. That's winning with Aloe Life. And I just got my all clear from my dermatologist, Josh. Hallelujah.
Karen, our guest is Karen Masterson Cook, the founder of Aloe Life. Karen, you make the case that a therapeutic aloe like Aloe Gold Concentrate works in the body faster and more effectively than any other aloe vera product on the market. Now, is this because the Aloe Life only harvests the older, more mature plants, and these plants, it develops the dark golden yellow sap, and only from certified organic fields?
Yes, Josh, and Aloe Life is not diluted and gets to work in 5 minutes. There's a big difference, friends, in aloe on the market, and it's important these days, Josh, to look for the dark golden yellow color, proving that all the 25 first aid actives are in the product of skin gel and the Aloe Gold Concentrate, both, with each bottle equal to 4 bottles, gently concentrated 4 times, because Aloe Life doesn't overfilter or overheat the juice. just gently concentrates with 25 pounds of aloe leaves, including the medicinal yellow sap that we're talking about, that still contains the phenolic compounds, which is the bitter that stimulates digestive juices to flow into the stomach, reducing bloating and pain, along with 5 natural anti-inflammatory agents for the skin, reducing body redness called sterols, easing pain. Even arthritic joints benefit, and reduces burning of the skin, throat, and GI tract. And topically, skin gel works soothing pain on the body because it's made from the aloe gold concentrate juice with more added skin nutrients of vitamin A, C, and E, plus chamomile in the skin gel for troubled skin. Aloe Gold and Skin Gel work as a team for hundreds of applications, friends. Even brushing one's teeth. I got a real okay from my dentist just recently, too, that I'm doing the right thing using the skin gel after my toothpaste. The products are not clear like water, as many new Me Too products coming out that really fool the customers, Josh, by stating organic aloe, but they're extremely weak, friends, testing very low potency in all these actives. And some even test zero, Josh, stating water first in the ingredients. That's not aloe. And a rule of thumb is if a product, juice, or topicals tastes weak or watery, you can bet they're not going to do much to stop the damage, sunburn, inflamed skin issues, or speed the healing with the growth factors, gibberellin, that you saw that are awesome, including antimicrobial action from Ace Mannan, testing 15 times stronger in the aloe gold to fight against any viruses, bacteria, and fungus on the skin, even dry skin patches, keratosis that shows precancer, or the flu bug. I love Aloe Life products. Multitasking, they really get fast results.
Our guest is Karen Masterson-Cook, the founder of Aloe Life. Karen, can you share the report of skin conditions that have been increasing in 2025 with our listeners?
Yes, you bet, Josh. And watching any TV these days, every other ad is for skin conditions, suggesting pharmaceutical drugs. Yet, even though you may get some initial help, friends, they come with extreme side effects. And skin issues are all linked to nutritional deficiencies and the body's need to cleanse and detox the liver, which you get from Aloe Life products to avoid the skyrocketing statistics in 2025 by the American Academy of Dermatology, which states 1 in 3 people of all ages with inflammatory dermatitis these days, including eczema, psoriasis, dandruff, fungus, jock itch, vaginal infections, rashes, viral infections like herpes simplex virus, hemorrhoids, and ulcers too. And the big increase was with acne linked to poor diet and hormones. That's really traumatic, yet easy for Aloe Life products to help, like you dealt with as a teen, Josh. It affects up to 80% of ages 12 through 24 now, and doctors only recommend tetracycline antibiotics that don't get at the root cause of hormone imbalance and poor diet and a need to detox. And with the rising skin cancer, too, that touches almost everyone today, whether you're in an outdoor person like my husband and myself or not, the report shows 105,000 new skin cancers, including melanoma skin cancer, off the charts. And that's scary stuff. That's life-threatening, friends. So take action. And second, very popular topical product by Aloe Life, too, you may consider called Personal Gel with extra vitamin E. It's a healthy sex lubricant. It's so silky and healthy, multitasking. Both products are very popular, friends, giving rescue to troubled skin issues, each with their added herbs and antioxidant formulas that work naturally, like no other products on the market. Very strong, silky, soothing, calming pain, and partnering with aloe gold juice, 1 to 2 ounces on the inside, so it's easy, taking care of the inside and outside skin, addressing all conditions like flaky, itchy, painful ulcers, inflammation, and wounds too, even stages 1 through 4, as in the Aloe Life wound study, with all 150 diabetic wounds were famous. Yes, with Skin gel, #1 topical worldwide, saving lives because people die from wounds that don't heal, friends. Choose Aloe Life Skin Gel or Personal Gel.
Karen, the statistics now show that 80% of young people have acne. Now, I had teenage acne and it was stressful. It's stressful for us. And I'm happy to share how using the skin gel topically by Aloe Life reversed the scarring that I had for many years, and I was surprised at how well it worked. It's an excellent product by Aloe Life, and the Aloe Life Skin Gel. I also use the Aloe Gold Concentrate Juice. I use 1 ounce daily with a meal, and that helps me.
Thanks, Josh. I really do love your story about reversing acne scars. You're not the only person I've worked with skin gel, and patients are often given antibiotics, not the healthiest, that lead to constipation and actually lower immunity. Check out the Aloe Life Fibermate, friends, that contain a strong gut replenishing probiotics by Aloe Life Fibermate, along with developing healthy eating habits, as with the Mediterranean diet. Wouldn't you agree, Josh?
Yes, Karen, I certainly agree. Eating is paramount, and then if you use Aloe Life aloe vera products, you really can help yourself. And I'm happy to say that Aloe Life has a 36-year track record on the market and has a 5-star rating on Amazon, has an A+ rating by the Better Business Bureau on all the Aloe Life. That is 17 great products because they get results. And the Aloe Life is the best buy in aloe. It's classified as a superfood, and it's 100% safe. Karen, do you have any customer testimonials you'd like to share?
Oh, yes, indeed, Josh. If I can share one of my favorite testimonies on the skin protocol today of a man literally covered with skin cancers, really quick, which I met this gentleman a few years back in our local co-op while training the staff, giving samples. And with a full shopping cart of healthy foods, he asked me about Aloe Life and what I was sampling, which I shared Aloe Gold Juice Concentrate. And he laughed, asking, "You can drink it?" Yes, I said, and it's great for digestion and body health and energy, including skin. And I see you eat healthy, yet you've developed some keratoses, rough, dry precancer on your face. He said, "Yes, but it's no big deal. I just get them burned off." And proceeded to slide his shirt sleeve back, friends. He was covered with skin cancers, must have been 25 to 30. That's when I handed him the sample cup of Aloe Gold 4X concentrate and said, "You obviously are not absorbing those delicious nutrients from your foods in your basket, a variety of proteins and veggies needed for the skin." And he purchased the Aloe Gold to take 2 ounces daily. And within 10 days, friends, he called my office in disbelief. Yet seeing is believing. He stated the products are working, mending skin cancers, taking Aloe Gold Concentrate by Aloe Life. And 3 months later, I saw him in the market again. And he looked 10 years younger, friends. I blurted out, "You look amazing," a bit embarrassed. And he said, "No worries. My friends are all commenting how much more youthful I look as well." Aloe Life to the rescue.
Well, Karen, that was a nice victory, wasn't it? It really was. Karen, is there a second study to encourage listeners with early aging to use the Aloe Life products?
Yes, thanks. One newer study out of 3,000 studies worldwide on quality aloe is fondly called the wrinkle study for men and women. And even though you can begin to feel the Aloe Life products get to work in 5 minutes because they're all concentrated using the Aloe Gold and Skin Gel partners, this study was over 3 months testing blood and the snapback of sagging skin that causes wrinkles. 70 participants, the median age 50 years, drank equivalent of 2 ounces of the Aloe Gold daily, and it's best before meals, friends, as an herbal bitter. And eat healthy too. And after 3 months, Josh, Aloe Magic, 30% more type 1 collagen was produced in their blood, giving significant tightening of the skin on the body and backs of the hands. It's so cool, friends. I can barely get a hold of any extra skin on myself, and everyone gets results with Aloe Gold. It works, and it's motivation in a bottle, building new skin from head to toe.
Karen, what AlloLife products do you suggest for children on a daily basis?
Oh, that's a good question, Josh. AlloLife products are 100% safe with children and pets too. With the refreshing tart bitter taste of Aloe Gold, yet most children enjoy the delicious fruit juice flavored aloes of 20% cherry berry or orange papaya fruit juice in the base of the Aloe Gold 4X concentrate, supporting all digestion, IBS, even reflux symptoms too, for all ages, supporting bowel regularity, healthy detox, immunity, and skin health too. It's really winning with AlloLife products for the whole family, including pets with our animal aloe too.
Wow, that's very nice to hear. It's really beautiful. And we managed to get more beautiful, healthier skin and body with AlloLife products for 2026. The satisfaction is guaranteed. So we can go to www.allolife.com to view the complete line of AlloLife products and read the articles on the website as well. When purchasing any products from AlloLife, please use the health code 20 at checkout for the radio discounts of 20% on any of the AlloLife 17 products with an extra bundle savings, including the Detox Plus and their certified organic daily greens. The super savings, we get them at www.allolife.com. At checkout, use the code HEALTH20 for a 20% discount to get started today. Or you can call, if you have a question, and to order in person, please call 800-414-ALLO. That's 800-414-2563. 1-800-414-2563. And you can, of course, please email at orders@allolife.com. That's orders@allolife.com. And remember to ask for the special healthy handouts, including healthier skin, back to basic skin care for the whole family, healthier weight gain, and detox too with AlloLife. The AlloLife products are available nationwide in over 2,000 health food stores, including Fraser Farms, Clark's, Mother's, Natural Grocers, Lassen's, Amazon, and of course online at VitaCost. Don't settle for less. Get the best. AlloLife. If it tastes like water, it's not AlloLife. And also, please email Karen Masterson Cook at Karen, Karen, at allolife.com. That's Karen at allolife.com. If you have a question, you can also, again, please speak to Karen or the staff. Call 1-800-414-ALLO. That's 1-800-414-2563. Choose health today. Choose AlloLife for a healthier life for the whole family. AlloLife, Aloe Vera. This is Josh Lane. You're listening to Here's to Your Health. We'll take a short break, and we'll be right back after these important messages.
Hi friends, Monica Brandt here for AlloLife #1 in aloe vera. As a professional international athlete for over 30 years between track, ninja, and fitness, I want to remind you of daily exercise plus AlloLife, my daily wake up to look and feel your best. AlloLife products boosted victory for me in 2016, winning first place World's European Union figure. See allolife.com athletes. Plus workouts are easier too with AlloLife products for digestion, energy, and stamina for success, or even dropping weight. It's so easy, friends, to choose a winning team. Aloe Gold or Detox Plus with certified organic daily green superfoods by AlloLife. Be your own best athlete with AlloLife products that work fast. allolife.com or 1-800-414-ALLO. Choose AlloLife today, friends. I'm glad I did. This is Monica Brandt, Fitness Olympia champion and fan of AlloLife for over 10 years. AlloLife since 1991.
Medical scientists worldwide are encouraging people to eat more fish. Most American diets are low in cold water fish that are abundant in important omega-3 oils. DHA and EPA are the vital components of fish oil that provide healthy benefits. Not only are they crucial for brain and vision development, they're very important for cardiovascular health. Carlson, America's leading Norwegian fish oil brand, specializes in both great-tasting soft gels that are easy to swallow and fish oil liquids that don't taste fishy. That's right, Carlson provides the most extensive line of fish oils to meet all your needs. You can take Carlson fish oils with confidence, for Carlson fish oils are tested for purity, potency, and freshness. Ask for Carlson Norwegian fish oils today. That's right, ask for Carlson Norwegian fish oils today.
Welcome to this edition of Here's to Your Health. I'm your host, Josh Lane. The cold and flu season is upon us, and a little bit of prevention really helps us be healthy and not get sick and not miss school and not miss work and not be home in bed feeling miserable. Right. And to discuss what we can do to stay healthy during the cold and flu season and, of course, all year round, our guest is Dr. Ken REDCROSS. Dr. REDCROSS is a physician, an MD, and the author of a new book called Bond, The Four Cornerstones of a Lasting and Caring Relationship with Your Doctor, which obviously is a very important topic. And one of the things Dr. REDCROSS will touch upon is the idea of a lot of therapies that we can use that are very successful. And one of them is homeopathic remedies, which are very widely used in Europe. The French, the Italians, everybody uses it as a matter of course. In America, a lot of people think homeopathy, we've heard of it, we don't exactly know what it is. Our guest is Dr. Ken REDCROSS. Ken, welcome to the show.
Oh, thank you for having me on. It's great to be back here with you. I hope you're well and staying healthy, Josh.
Right. No, I work at it. Darryl, we work at it because actually it's required to work at it. And Dr. REDCROSS, so your new book is Bond, The Four Cornerstones of a Lasting and Caring Relationship with Your Doctor. And now with a title like that, having read excerpts from your book, that seems like a very timely topic now.
Oh my gosh, it really is. More so than you even know. More so than when I first wrote the book. So much so that I've even followed up with the second one that we'll talk about another time, which once again is focused on the patient-doctor bond. The whole thing I always say, Josh, is that your doctor should feel like a member of your family. And unfortunately, I think we've kind of lost that closeness, which I think is necessary to get to what I call in the book a patient nirvana, which is what I want every patient to feel when we interact.
Well, I tell you the truth, that makes perfect sense to me. I think it makes perfect sense to most people. And I will say that, by way of criticism, that the average physician has not been doing that for the past, long time. And that now, I think consumers, people who are not feeling well, go to the physician, are recognizing that. And so there is a move towards more preventative therapies and less invasive therapies. And your book, Bond, The Four Cornerstones of a Lasting and Caring Relationship with Your Doctor, certainly would discuss that. And certainly, so would homeopathic remedies, which I'm a very big fan of. So for the listeners of Here's to Your Health, can you please tell us what exactly are homeopathic remedies?
So look, everyone. So and Josh, I'm so happy that you brought me on to talk about this, because this is something that in my training, I've been done, guys, for about 25 years. I've been in practice. So time flies when you're having fun. Right. But at the beginning of my career, we really didn't talk about homeopathy. We didn't even talk about nutrition. And so what I love about homeopathy is it allows me to add something else to my practice to get health and healing. So homeopathy, everyone, kind of in a nutshell. They're natural substances that are used in very small doses. The whole premise of homeopathy is like cures like. So it's designed to support the body's natural healing response. And so that's something I think we need a lot more in healthcare. So I love leaning on homeopathy, especially during the cold and flu season that we're all trying to navigate now.
Well, the cold and flu season, it really is a big deal. I mean, no one wants to be home sick in bed for 5 to 10 days and just feel miserable, especially if there are things we can do to prevent a cold or flu. And these proactive prevention obviously is very important. So, for example, on influenza, what do you think we should? What are some things you recommend that people do right now?
So the one thing we need to do is that I want everyone out there listening to make sure you think about flu season, or really anything with your health. Think about it as a strategy. So to your point, Josh, here we are in the flu season. It's a big one because the vaccine didn't really nail it as well this year for those who were interested in the vaccine. So we have to lean on some things that I like to say, Josh, are closer to the earth. That's where homeopathy fits. So not even so much on the prevention side, but what about when we get these symptoms that inevitably will happen? And that's where homeopathy is great. My favorite, especially when it comes to cold and flu, or flu in particular, is oscillococcinum. Now, I love oscillococcinum because it's been shown in studies to decrease severity and the duration of flu-like symptoms. What do those look like? Fevers, chills, body aches, headache even. Those are the things that now I can employ and discuss with my patients and not have to worry about them becoming drowsy, not having to worry about drug-to-drug interactions with some of my older patients who are on a few more medications. And I also love the fact that oscillococcinum, if you guys haven't seen it, they come in like a little vial. They're little micro pellets. And I love how so many of us here all over the world are traveling. I can take that on the go. You take it on the go, you put the little pellets under your tongue, you don't need water. In other words, it's about that ease, which is very important, especially for the family as we're still traveling and so forth this time of year.
Dr. Redcross, what was the name of that homeopathic preparation you enjoy?
It's called oscillococcinum, a long, long name that is very much worth making. Put it on your, on a first name basis somewhere in your home. And I love it. It's good for those children 2 years of age and older. So adults, but for kids, 2 years of age and older, which was also very important, I should say, just as an anecdote to how this homeopathy became a part of my life during this time of cold and flu season with my twins and figuring out what I could give my kids that I knew would be safe, that I knew wouldn't cause any masking of symptoms. And that's where oscillococcinum, I did my education and I learned, and I was like, oh my gosh, everyone else needs to know about this, not just my family, but all my patients as well.
And this oscillococcinum, please pronounce that for me once again.
Sure, oscillococcinum.
And that's by the Boron Homeopathic Remedies Company?
Exactly. It's by Boron. And the thing I love about Boron in particular is that they kind of leverage the ability to know that there's things that are over the counter, which are probably not the best for us when the cold and flu season comes. And so they've been able to kind of double and triple down in a lot of different spaces. But as we're talking cold and flu here, you're right. Boron is the homeopathic company that I love because they just get it, and they get my patients and things that are quite frankly important to consumers nowadays.
Right. For those just tuning into the show, our guest is Dr. Redcross. Dr. Redcross is a physician, an MD, who works with all sorts of remedies to keep us healthy. Now, I do know one thing here. I'm in, L.A., at this, Darrow studio in L.A., and so I do know here in Los Angeles, the Boron Arnica montana is the most popular homeopathic preparation in this area, and the physicians recommend it when their patients get elective surgery for bruising and healing and swelling. So we sell tons of, Arnica montana in Los Angeles.
Oh, yeah. So there's a little area, a little town over there. It's called Beverly Hills. Josh,
yes, Beverly Hills. I've heard of it, yeah.
A little bit of plastic surgery goes there. Right. And that's where I learned with my practice. I was in L.A., and that's when I learned about Arnica and other homeopathic remedies. So I know it very well.
Right. It's amazing how successful it is and how widely used it is. Also, one thing I was told is that when you're watching the Europeans play soccer and they kick each other and knock each other down and they run to the sidelines and the coach rubs them with something so they don't, die, they put Arnica montana on them. So when people hear it, they think, because Americans kind of think, homeopathy, it's kind of woo-woo, whereas the Europeans think it's just whatever, it's very basic.
It's just their regular life. And so when you guys think about Arnica and Arnica montana, think three things: pain, swelling, bruising. Right. That's the benefit you get with it. That's why the soccer players are using it. So it is so far from woo-woo. Now we're re-educating ourselves with great shows like this, Josh, so that we can have people learn a little bit and learn, as I like to say, other ways to heal that are closer to the earth.
All righty. And on the oscillococcinum from Boron, how do I use that? How many tablets do I take per day? I mean, what's the protocol in your opinion for an adult?
So look, I'm glad you asked. So, and even for a child as well. So look, as I mentioned, it's a little vial, everyone. It's a little vial you can carry in your hand. They're micro pellets. So that is the micro dose. There's only one dose. That's why it's a little bit different on the Western side. The other Western doc hat I wear, sometimes it's one pill, two, 3 times a day. This is a unit dose, it's called. So you take it, you put it right under your tongue. Once again, no water needed, which was great for my kids when they were little. When you're out and about, you can't always get to water.
No water.
And so
okay.
it's that convenience that's so important. But then even when my children, even when it wasn't always the flu, then we also have to deal with colds too, right? So when you're thinking of colds, everyone, I want you to think kind of neck up. Stuffy nose, runny nose, stuffy head. That's when boron makes another remedy, and that one's called Cold Calm. That's for kids and adults, or they're 4 years of age and older. I like that because when you're thinking about a lot of the things that are over the counter for the cold, I don't know about you, Josh, but I think about things that try to make sure that my patients aren't drowsy. It's nothing, I don't want anything that's habit forming. I don't want anything with phenylephrine. And I definitely don't want artificial flavors and colors and that sort of thing. So in this case, Cold Calm and Oscillo and other things in the homeopathic realm, it all fits that. It all fits where the patients and the consumers are going nowadays, because we don't want a lot of that stuff poured into our bodies, especially when we're already not feeling well.
Well, that makes perfect sense. For those just listening to the show, our guest is Dr. Ken Redcross. Dr. Redcross is an MD who works with all the remedies that we can use to keep healthy. Dr. Redcross, by the way, sir, where did you get your undergraduate degree and where did you receive your medical training?
So I trained down in Virginia in the capital in Richmond, and I did my medical training at Columbia here in New York.
Alrighty. And how many years have you been practicing as an MD? 30?
Oh my gosh, many moons ago. 25.
25 years.
25
okay.
now.
Okay, well, you're still a young guy. Okay, very good.
I have a few more gray hairs than I did back then. So don't show this video.
We will not. And so when we use the oscillocoslinum, let's say an adult, so let's say I'm as a mature man, how many would I take? Which, by the way, I didn't realize you could take it without water, but how many should I take per day?
So that's a great question. So look, when you'll see the box, everyone, they're unit doses. Usually they'll say space it in between 6 hours or so. But I will tell you this. Now, this is the Dr. Redcross usage or way I do it. So I'm on the road a lot. When I go on flights, for instance, you're kind of in a tin can in the air for a bit. So, for instance, I take oscillococcinum with me there before I kind of get on the flight and even during the flight, which who knows? When I'm coming from LA to New York is 5 hours, right? So it's kind of that window, but once again, it's something that is easy to carry with you. So that's, I think, the thing that makes it really easy and really beneficial. Don't forget, the key is this. The key is you want to get it in, I should say, rather, within that 48-hour window. That's when the studies really bear out the decrease in the severity and the duration of flu-like symptoms. Just like with anything, you want to start a little bit earlier.
Alrighty, so for an adult, we take how many tablets per day?
It's a unit dose pellet. So for the oscillococcinum, those are little pellets. They come in a little container. You'll see it. It's really tiny. You'll pop the top off and you just pour it right under your tongue. All the micro pellets go in. Cold Calm is different, everyone. Cold Calm, the one for the cold remedy, not flu, the one that's good for 4 years of age and older, those dissolve right in your mouth. They're little kind of, they're like pellets. And you put those in, and usually you can use a couple of those pellets, depending on your symptoms, maybe every 15, 30 minutes, and then you slow down. That's how homeopathy works. And they also have a great cough medicine. I mentioned this one. This one is called Chestol. It's honey-based. The reason why I kind of laugh about this is because I remember for my twins, it was hard to get them to take anything. But it wasn't hard for them to take Chestol because of the honey base. It was sweet. They couldn't believe it was medicine. The thing I love about it as a doc is that it's an expectorant, so it works with the body. It's not suppressing. I also love the fact that it works for any type of cough, day or night. I also love the fact that as a prescribing or practicing doctor, I should say, I don't have to worry about the drug-to-drug interactions. And for children, obviously, it's alcohol-free and dye-free. Believe me, I'm going to tell you guys, when you're looking at some of these cough medicines, for instance, strawberry flavor, a strawberry hasn't been anywhere near there, Josh,
right,
okay?
Right.
So that's not what we want to put in our bodies. We want to stay closer to the earth and think of things that are more natural. And Chestol allows that aspect. So when you're talking about the cold and flu season, I typically navigate with family and also with patients this way. If it looks flu-like, we're talking about oscillococcinum and how we're going to manage that. If it looks a little more upper airway, meaning neck up, then we're having a cold calm discussion. And then if there's a little cough or something that's going on as well, then I'm bringing in Chestol to kind of balance that really nicely, knowing that I don't have to worry about all these additives and preservatives and all these other things that a lot of my patients who are very, very healthy like me and are more, I would say, integrative thinking, are open to these different ways of healing.
Wow. Our guest is Dr. Ken Redcross. Dr. Redcross is an MD, the author of Bond, The Four Cornerstones of a Lasting and Caring Relationship with Your Doctor. Dr. Redcross, when we use like the Chestol or the Cold Calm or the Oscillococcinum, I almost got that right. So where can I buy those? Are those available everywhere?
So they are, and it depends on where you guys are listening to this. So I don't know whether it's a Sprouts or a CVS or a Dwayne Reed. So honestly, you can find these just about anywhere in your pharmacies and in your Whole Foods and that sort of thing. And that's something else that's a big deal, right? I'm talking to patients about these. Sometimes I may have samples, but it's something that's easy for them to go out and find on their own because thank God the world is kind of understanding that there are some different ways to heal. And so homeopathy is now becoming more mainstream. And that's great because this is something that, like I said, has been in my practice over 2 decades now. So it's kind of nice that the secret's kind of out. Everybody understands that there's alternative ways that we can balance. Now, obviously, this special window, everyone. So if you're getting past 48 hours and the fever isn't breaking and there's more going on, then of course you pick up the phone and you have to call your doc because everyone is different. But this is where homeopathy fits kind of in that beginning phase, just to make sure. And if it becomes a little bit more or there's some other medical conditions that are going on, your doctor should always be dialed in to what you're taking anyhow. But I just wanted to make everyone aware of that as well.
Well, thank you very much. Our guest has been Dr. Ken Redcross. Dr. Redcross is a physician and MD and the author of Bond, The Four Cornerstones of a Lasting and Caring Relationship with Your Doctor. Great information for cold and flu season, what we can do that's inexpensive and safe and long track record of good use. Again, our guest has been Ken Redcross, MD, author of Bond, The Four Cornerstones of a Lasting and Caring Relationship with Your Doctor. This is Josh Lane. You're listening to Here's to Your Health. We take a short break, and we will be right back after these important messages.
Have you had your Carlson Norwegian fish oil today? Decades ago, scientists discovered why Greenland Eskimos maintain healthy hearts despite their high-fat diets. The high level of omega-3 oils in their seafood diet protected their hearts. Carlson Norwegian fish oil provides those important omega-3 oils. The same omega-3s from cold water fish support maximum brain power, immune strength, joint comfort, and our vision too. Carlson, the very finest fish oil, is a valuable source of the important omega-3s, EPA and DHA. Each teaspoon provides a full 1,600 milligrams of omega-3s. And its purity is guaranteed. Try it on salads and popcorn. It tastes like lemon, not fishy. Ask for Carlson, the very finest fish oil, at finer health food stores today.
Welcome to this edition of Here's to Your Health. I'm your host, Josh Lane. There's been a lot of discussion about COVID-19 vaccines recently, and people have a new perspective on all that. And I thought we should just do a little short history of what's kind of going on now with the discussion about vaccinations in general. And Bill Gates, who is a well-known proponent of vaccines, is on the record at a recent talk in Australia where he admitted there are, quote, problems with current COVID-19 vaccines. Bill Gates, speaking at Australia's Lowry Institute, the Microsoft founder, made the following statement. Bill Gates said, quote, "We need also to fix the current 3 problems of the COVID-19 vaccines. Bill Gates says the current vaccines are not infection blocking. They're not broad. So when new variants come up, you lose protection. And they have very short duration, particularly in the people who matter most, which is older people. That's why we're taking the COVID-19 vaccines. And these statements are surprising in light of Gates' long-standing support of and investments in vaccine manufacturers and organizations promoting global vaccination. And these statements were the latest that have increasingly called the COVID-19 vaccines into question. Analysts were critical of Gates, but not due to disagreement with the statements he made in Australia. Instead, they argued that he had previously heavily invested in mRNA vaccines. At the same time, he encouraged a global COVID-19 vaccination campaign and supported mandatory vaccination. The issues are the short duration of protection, not a significant discernible impact on the transmission of cases, and no real benefit for healthy and younger people. It's important to note the Center for Disease Control significantly influenced content moderation and censorship on the platform pertaining to COVID-19 vaccines, then pointed out Gates' prior investments that contributed to the development of mRNA vaccine technology. Please remember that Bill Gates was a major proponent of mRNA technology, and he was an investor in BioNTech, which developed the mRNA vaccine for Pfizer. Bill Gates sold those shares for a huge profit. Bill Gates invested $55 million in BioNTech in 2019, and now that investment was worth more than $550 million when he sold it. This is the timeline. Bill Gates invests in BioNTech. mRNA vaccines are great, he says. This is the future, Bill Gates says. Gates speaks about the vaccine timeline and how we can develop it faster. Quote, he says, we might have to cut some corners on safety. He sells his shares in BioNTech. Bill Gates profits about 10 times his investment. Now Gates says, it's okay, it could be better, but what we really need is this breath spray. Bill Gates, speaking in Australia recently, said, quote, we think we can also have, very early in an epidemic, a thing that you can inhale that will mean that you can't be infected, a blocker, an inhaled blocker. An important issue, conflicts of interest between individuals such as Bill Gates, who hold significant positions with drug and vaccine manufacturers, and the federal government's spending of large sums of taxpayer money to purchase these products. These companies receive taxpayer money to pay for medical treatments that are not indicated by medical professionals and are less useful than what we already have. Bill Gates' recent statements and the important issue of conflicts of interest between drug and vaccine proponents and the federal government are now being exposed and discussed. Bill Gates' conflict of interest is shocking, and for people who have been skeptical of this aspect of Pfizer and the drug development around COVID, and who have been dismissed in the media as kooks and anti-vaxxers, it's important that this issue of pharmacological corruption and people pushing various interventions having an investment in profit. We need to be transparent about the fact that people who are having input in what the government policy is going to be, what's going to be required of the American people, is it best if it is known that there are hundreds of millions of dollars of financial interest at stake for the people advising this, and their public statements change as it follows the money? Microsoft founder Bill Gates, who served as one of the architects of COVID hysteria and had more of an impact than any other individual on the disastrous global pandemic policies, has finally acknowledged that the mRNA shots that he's been promoting for 2.5 years are nothing more than expired pharma junk. Bill Gates admits that the shots are impossible to align with rapidly developing variants, that the shots expire in lightning speed, that they don't stop transmission, that they don't work for the only at-risk portion of the population, and that is people over the age of 65. Bill Gates said that the shots are the cure to the coronavirus. Drawing upon Gates' idea, quote, everybody who takes the vaccine is not just protecting themselves, but reducing their transmission to other people and allowing society to get back to normal. In 2021, Bill Gates described the mRNA vaccines as magic, saying they would be, quote, a game changer in the next 5 years. Bill Gates warns about the next pandemic and praises lockdowns, calls for more pandemic stipulations. As reported by the Daily Mail in January 23rd of this year, Gates' talk in Australia was notable for some additional statements he made. Bill Gates called for greater global cooperation using the COVID-19 pandemic as an example of how countries could improve on their response if they worked together, arguing that political leaders needed to set aside their differences and work together to prepare for the next virus. Bill Gates praised Australia's strict lockdown policies, saying, quote, some of the things that stand out are that Australia and about 7 other countries did population-scale diagnostics early on and had quarantine policies. Quote, that meant you kept the level of infection low in that first year where there was no vaccines. Bill Gates also called for more pandemic simulations to assist world leaders in dealing with, quote, future pandemics. Bill Gates said, the one thing that still hangs in the balance is will we have the global capacity and at the regional and country levels that would mean that when an infectious disease threat comes up, we act in such a way that it doesn't go global. Quote, Bill Gates said, we need to be doing every 5 years a comprehensive exercise at both country and regional levels of pandemic preparedness, and you need a global group that's scoring everybody. As part of such preparedness, Bill Gates called upon countries to have, quote, standby tools, including vaccines, in place for the next pandemic. Quote, so there's a class that's got measles in it, a class of flu, a class of coronavirus, and a 4th class, all of which we need to have standby tools, both antivirals and vaccines that can deal with those. It's very doable, he says. So on the tools front, we can be far more prepared. Now, Bill Gates was a sponsor of Event 201, a simulation conducted October 18th, 2019, which predicted, in quotes, predicted a global coronavirus pandemic. One of the sponsors of Event 201 was the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. The Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation is a partner of Gavi, that is the Vaccine Alliance, and holds a seat on its board. In turn, Gavi, the Vaccine Alliance, closely collaborates with the ID 2020 Alliance, a strong proponent of, quote, vaccine passports. Microsoft and the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation are founding members of ID 2020. The Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation in September of 2022 pledged $1.27 billion, that's $1.27 billion, in support of, quote, global health and development projects. The Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation previously committed in June of 2020 $750 million towards the development of the AstraZeneca vaccines at Oxford University and conditional funding of $150 million to the Serum Institute of India. And the Serum Institute of India is the world's largest vaccine manufacturer by number of doses produced and sold. The Serum Institute of India also received a $4 million grant from the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation in October 2020 to support research and development as part of the COVID-19 response. In August of 2020, the Serum Institute, in partnership with the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, agreed to produce up to 100 million doses of COVID-19 vaccines for low and middle income countries. In December 2020, Gates wrote that his foundation, quote, took on some of the financial risk for the vaccine so that if the Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine was not approved, the Serum Institute wouldn't have to, quote, take on the full loss. Gates' remark in Australia and the attention they received from the press represent the latest in a series of more accurate media portrayals about COVID-19 and mRNA vaccines in recent weeks. On January 22nd of 2026, the Wall Street Journal published a highly critical editorial regarding the FDA's non-disclosure of data pertaining to the efficacy of the COVID-19 bivalent boosters. Quote from the Wall Street Journal, "Federal agencies took the unprecedented step of ordering vaccine makers to produce them and recommending them without data supporting their safety or efficacy." That's from the Wall Street Journal. On January 13th of 2026, during a live television appearance on the BBC, cardiologist Asim Malhotra, MD, made the suggestion that mRNA vaccines pose a cardiovascular risk. An undercover video released by Project Veritas showed Jordan Tristan Walker, Pfizer's Director of Research and Development and Strategic Operations, admitting the pharmaceutical company is, quote, exploring mutating COVID-19 ourselves via direct evolution to then, quote, preemptively develop new vaccines against them. A follow-up video showed Walker assaulting Project Veritas founder James O'Keefe when confronted with the recording of his statements. Senator Ron Johnson from Wisconsin called for a congressional investigation against vaccine manufacturers and the COVID-19 vaccine approval process in response to the Project Veritas revelations. Quote from Senator Ron Johnson, "Federal health agencies have been captured by Big Pharma and grossly derelict in their duties throughout the pandemic," said Senator Ron Johnson from Wisconsin. Quote, "It's time for Congress to thoroughly investigate vaccine manufacturers and the entire COVID vaccine approval process." Senator Marco Rubio from Florida sent a letter to Pfizer CEO Albert Bourla in response to the Project Veritas video stating, quote, from Senator Marco Rubio, "I write in response to troubling reports on Pfizer's intention to mutate the SARS-CoV-2, that is COVID virus, through gain of function or directed evolution, as detailed by Pfizer Director of Research and Development Jordan Walker. Quote, has been proven time and time again, attempts to mutate a virus, particularly one as potent as COVID, are dangerous. If the claims detailed in the video are true, Pfizer has put its desire for profit over the concerns of national and global health and must hold itself accountable." Elon Musk, owner and CEO of Twitter, responding to a comment about the significant prevalence of COVID-19 vaccine-related adverse events, tweeted, this is from Elon Musk, I had major side effects from my second booster shot. Felt like I was dying for several days. Hopefully, no permanent damage, but I don't know." Elon Musk, in a second tweet stated, "And my cousin, who is young and in peak health, had a serious case of myocarditis and had to go to the hospital." Several comments from journalists tweeted in response to Musk's statement anecdotally referenced or referred to increased numbers of individuals experiencing such COVID-19 vaccine injuries. This is all information that we all need to hear so we can make a more informed decision. This is Josh Lane. You're listening to Here's to Your Health. We take a short break, and we'll be right back after these important messages.
Friends, say goodbye to rough, dry, and troubled skin. Even acne scars fade with Aloe Life Skin Gel by Aloe Life, not over-processed. So look for the dark yellow color, like the ancients wrote about, that gets to work fast in 5 minutes to 45 days. Skin Gel for more beautiful skin by Aloe Life. Call 800-414-ALOE. That's 800-414-ALOE. An A+ Better Business Bureau company. Skin Gel available at Whole Foods, Clark's, Natural Grocers, other quality stores, plus AloeLife.com. 800-414-ALOE. That's 800-414-ALOE, AlloLife, aloe vera. For you, 800-414-ALLO. Do something good for yourself. Zoom into the new year. Leaders in health products since 1991. AlloLife, for a healthier life.
Thank you for listening to the show. If you have suggestions for guests or topics you would like to hear, please email me at joshlane.wellness@gmail.com. That's joshlane.wellness@gmail.com. JOSHLANE wellness@gmail.com. On behalf of the cast and crew, I would like to wish you a healthy and safe good evening.